Well, my thinking began yesterday in our Sunday school class. We're studying through The Bait of Satan by John Bevere, and this is actually the second session, or the second half of it. And I didn't go to the first half because I bought the book several years ago, but I just felt like I really needed to go to this one this time. So anyway, last week was about Jesus offending people right and left. He offended mainly the Pharisees and the Sadducees. But this week, the scripture about does your master, does your teacher pay the tithe or pay the temple tax? And he said, lest we offend them, we'll pay it, and then he goes and gets the fish out, or the coins out of the fish's mouth. And so that kind of led to some more discussion. And so afterwards we were talking, and one of the guys was talking about that there was a delivery that his father-in-law could do, and he could say something, and even though it was truth, he wouldn't offend people. And I've always heard years ago that God kind of showed me that you have to earn the right to be able to speak into people's lives a lot of times, because there is a delivery, so to speak, of delivering truth. Even a comedian has worked his craft and honed his gift to where he is able to deliver the punchline in a way that'll bring the most laughs. I mean, we've all been around people who can tell the joke, and sometimes I can tell a joke and it's just not as funny as when somebody else says it. So there is a delivery and a practiced art on how to speak into people's lives. And I believe that truth is the same way, and Jesus taught that several times in the Bible, that you really have to earn the right. And the subject of the hot and cold, or black and white, came up. And we've always been taught you're either black or white, or hot or cold, and I believe there's a black and a white, and there is a hot and a cold. One thing is that, but I believe there also is a gray area. Now that gray area, I don't believe is in your faith and in your Christian walk, but those who are out there who are not Christians yet, a lot of them are walking in that gray area. And depending on how we treat them, what we say to them, can actually push them either to the black or to the white side. And so that's where that delivery and that speaking truth in love comes about, because I don't want to be responsible for saying something or treating somebody in a way that would push them away from God and His kingdom and away from Jesus. So this morning I thought, well, I need to look up that scripture about being hot or cold, because it was said that, well, you either have to be hot or cold to, so you're going to make them mad, you might as well make them mad and push them one way or t'other, basically. So I looked it up, and that scripture is in Revelation. It's talking to the church, to Christians. And it's saying you be hot or cold, or otherwise, if you're lukewarm, I'll spit you out of my mouth. Well, I looked it up in the Amplified and then the Expanded version. And it said in there that both hot and cold are both positive statements. We've always been taught cold is bad, hot is good. It means you're on fire for God. But this one talks about, in two of my versions, said that hot and cold are the same things. So cold is refreshing and revigorating, and hot is soothing. So that just kind of put a whole different outlook on being hot or cold. You can be cold and still be a refreshing drink to somebody, you know, like an iced tea, a cold glass of iced tea in the summertime, how that just is refreshing. And something hot is a little chilly this morning. And you know, you turn on the heat on your car and it's soothing to your body and to your soul. Anyway, I was thinking quite a bit about this, and I just think that we just need to really watch how we treat people, especially now, because I think people their eyes are being open, and the curiosity and of who's right and who's wrong. There's so many voices in the world, and we need to love on people and to speak truth into their lives, but in a delivery way that we're not going to chase them off or make them go black or white, but that they will be drawn in. It says that it's the goodness of God that brings people to repentance. The goodness, not that finger shaking in their face. And so whether you are hot or cold, whether you are quiet and soothing to somebody, or you are on fire for God, you need to find out which one, because everybody's different, and we need to be discerning to who needs what message and what delivery at the right time. Anyway, I'm thinking this morning, and I'm gonna keep thinking, and when I do, and I have something that I feel like God wants us to think about, all of us to think about, then I'll share it. If you feel like you want to share this one, go for it, because that's what I want to do. Is I want to just stir people up and get us all to a better relationship with God and each other.